Arizona recently passed a law extending the amount of time victims have to take civil action against perpetrators of child sex abuse. They now have up to the age of 30 to seek justice. Cronkite News reporter Jessie Jo Pauly is coming to us live with how one organization hopes to start that healing process even sooner.
Clinical psychologists say having to retell over and over a survivor's story of abuse can re-traumatize the victim. That is exactly what one Phoenix organization is fighting against, as they provide crucial resources to survivors.
To see the light that happens when they come through the center and see them going from empty and darkness to being uplifted, full of joy, knowing they're not alone.
Not alone and on the road, hopefully, to healing and a safe space. Childhelp Children's Center of Arizona treats survivors of abuse, neglect, and sexual assault, where kids can receive the help they need all under one roof.
And everybody's here. Law enforcement's here, Department of Child Safety is here, the medical examiner's here. So they only have to tell their story one time. And then the medical exam may happen, but the whole team is watching that interview and staffing the needs of the child.
From playrooms to medical offices, everything is designed to make children feel comfortable and safe. Dr. Shefali Gandhi, Childhelp's clinical director, says the primary focus is helping children who have been sexually assaulted as soon as possible.
You want to prevent the onset of PTSD. You want to give them the skills that helps them regulate, that helps them feel safe, that help them feel stable, that help them feel supported, that help them feel connected to the world.
The Arizona Childhelp Center opened its doors in 1998, and by 2017, the center was serving over 7,000 clients. It's not easy work, but it is work that is crucial. Center employees also focus on making sure the survivor knows it's not their fault.
Just because they were victimized doesn't stop them in their process, doesn't hinder them from progression or from meeting their goals. And that's one thing we always share with the individuals, that this may have happened. You didn't choose to be a victim, it was thrusted upon you.
Which is one of the reasons why Arizona lawmakers passed HB 2466 in May, allowing victims more time to sue their perpetrators. Umphras says it's a step in the right direction.
And now knowing that they could go forward later on with a civil suit just brings further closure that, hey, we can complete this circle and ensure that they continue on the journey.
Childhelp also offers a national child abuse hotline available 24/7, fully staffed with professional crisis counselors. In the broadcast center, Jessie Jo Pauly, Cronkite News.
Some states require background checks of overnight counselors and staff. Arizona lawmakers haven't considered making it a law, at least in recent memory. That means the responsibility is on individual camps and parents. But camps develop their own standards.
They vary. There's some really big camps that have been the forerunners of prevention education, and there are some that frankly don't pay much attention to it.
That's why Daphne Young of Childhelp says it's not just about background checks. Here are 3 questions parents can ask.
You want to make sure that there are 2 counselors per bunk.
Also, ask about additional supervision.
And that includes the camp doctor. Making sure there's a nurse in the room, making sure there's another adult authority figure.
And how the camp trains counselors and kids. And if you're wondering how to find out if your camp does background checks, one tool is at the American Camp Association website. I'm Joe Dana, 12 Minutes.
Is a bizarre case. A 31-year-old Valley woman arrested and accused of having 2 kids with an underage boy. ABC 15's Mike Pelton outside St. Joseph's Hospital, where all of this was first uncovered.
Well, according to court documents, Phoenix police were called to the hospital this month when the woman gave birth to a child who tested positive for marijuana. An investigation discovered the child's father is a 16-year-old boy.
With female abusers, there's the societal notion of the nurturing mother. So sometimes they feel loved and coddled and cared for in this very sick relationship. And that's very difficult to help a child work through.
Daphne Young is with the child advocacy group Childhelp. She can't speak to this case, but says this when it comes to adult women who prey on young boys.
What's most distressing about when a young man tries to disclose is the sort of cheering on, male attitude towards, hey man, you got a cougar, and that makes it very difficult for young men to come forward and understand their victimization in our society.
Police say Ruiz claimed she didn't know the teen's exact age. Now, until she sees a second judge, she won't know what it will take to get out of jail.
And Ruiz is set to face another judge first thing tomorrow morning. We're in Phoenix tonight. Mike Pelton, ABC 15, Arizona.
Child Advocacy Center is in need of volunteers and donations.
This particular organization geared to providing counseling to children who have been abused. Fox 10's Bailey Miller has more.
These kids are very, very high risk and victimized, abuse, neglect.
Here at Childhelp Children's Center, Arizona, they're working on changing the cycle of child abuse. They're a nonprofit organization and children advocacy center.
Are able to stay as long as is needed in one place, and the services come to them.
The way they work, anytime there is abuse or a crime against a child and a report is made to law enforcement, the child is brought to the center for the investigation, interviews, and any medical assistance they may need.
On a monthly basis in Maricopa County, this center alone sees between 500 and 600 kids and families.
And they say the number of cases is increasing because more people are reporting, and Maricopa County is growing at a fast rate. To accommodate the numbers, counselors are always on site, and they have designed the space to be comfortable and kid-friendly.
What keeps us coming back every day is the kids.
They say they're always in need of volunteers and also donations. Oftentimes they need clothes for the children coming in.
I remember one child asked what this thing was on the t-shirt that we'd given them, and it was a tag. They'd never seen a price tag on a piece of clothing because they'd never had something new.
Counselors say they want to provide these services to the children because this is what will change their lives. In Phoenix, Bailey Miller, Fox 10 News.
Midnight heroes Sarah O'Meara and Yvonne Feddersen have been fighting for the lives of children for 60 years. They started what's now known as Childhelp. It's the largest child advocacy organization in the world, bringing awareness to help children who are victims of abuse. I've seen their work firsthand. O'Meara and Feddersen's motto has always been, all who enter will find love. These incredible, dedicated, hardworking women at this for 60 years, they are tonight's Midnight Heroes.